guest to join me. We're going to talk about Planet Desert Rock Weekend 7. John's got two new bands to announce. So yeah, man. John had an appointment, so he's joining us here in just a couple of minutes. But I know I'm already late, so I wanted to jump on and see who's out there. I'm waving. I'm waving to no one, it looks like. I have no idea if I'm even live, so I'll check that out. Hang on one second. I don't know if I'm live. If I am live, well, gosh darn it, this is the most fun I've had all day. Oh, oh, I am live. And it is. It's maybe the most fun I've ever had in my life. No, you know what is the most fun I ever had in my life? It was like 3 years ago when I went to Planet Desert Rock Weekend for the first time in Las Vegas. John announced Space Slug, and I had to jump on some tickets there. And man, I love Space Slug, and couldn't believe they were coming to the United States. So I jumped on and I got some tickets, and then I traveled out there and I found out about the other bands that were playing, bands like Beastmaker and Baracho. Was that the first one? I don't think so. I think I'm confused. Oh yeah, no, I'm right. And then we went out there and met cool people. Debbie Lee and Scott greeted us right away and invited us to sit at their table. Andrea and I, excuse me, and we had a blast. Then we went back the next year and saw Sergeant Thunderhoof and a bunch of other just amazing bands, and but really got integrated into the community. And man, if you've been to John's show before, or Ripple Fest, Texas, you'd like maybe Hufferfest in Denver, Colorado, you know that family, that's better than family, because I mean sometimes family isn't the greatest, but this is like the family that if you could choose your family and they had good taste in music, this is to be the family that you'd want to hang out with. And man, luckily I found this music in this community, and so I traveled out to Planet Desert Rock Weekend and really got immersed fully into the scene. I think, man, if you have a chance to go see live shows locally or nationally, man, that's really what it's all about. I love seeing live music. And Planet Desert Rock Weekend or Ripple Fest or the festivals that you can go to, Jason's Doom Fest up in Michigan, or Braun Dabney out in Lexington. I'm not going to name them all, but there's a bunch of good fests out there. But man, it's a great chance to catch a bunch of bands all at once and see 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 12 bands that you might not have got to see coming through your town. And so, John is really my inspiration for doing that myself. But Planet Desert Rock Weekend has some cool stuff that you might not catch at other festivals. It's at night. It's in Las Vegas. There's things to do in Las Vegas. In case you didn't know that, they have a little gambling. Maybe there's some shows, stuff to see. You can go eat at In-N-Out Burger if you're from the East Coast and you've never done that before. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I am killing time waiting for John, but I just want you guys to know that we're going to do the show today. And so, Bear, this is not an advertisement for Coca-Cola, but I am enjoying this ice-cold, refreshing Coke. Oh, yeah, that's delicious, man. Thanks, Coke. Thanks, Coke, for making me buy my own product. All right, cool. All right, man. I see some people are probably tuning out now. Come back. Hey, if you have anything to say in the chat, if you have a question for John or maybe a comment, feel free to drop it. I'm living out my dream of being a radio DJ right now. Sorry about the face. Radio DJs are generally better without that. So, man, what have you been listening to lately? I will tell you what I've been listening to. I've been listening to Lord Velvet. And today they got signed to Ripple Music. It probably just didn't happen today, but that was super exciting. Here in Denver, we're super proud of the guys, and being on Ripple is one of the premier labels on the underground. So, congrats to Lord Velvet. The Ripple family continues to grow. Man, Todd, you're signing everybody, bud. Man, there's it's been really good lately. that's super exciting for those guys. So, well, man, yep, yep. Hey, all right, I'm gonna talk about my show really quick. Did you guys go to Hufferfest? Because that shit was lit. You should have gone if you didn't. It was amazing. We had 17 bands that just all absolutely kicked ass. Let me tell you another thing. I truly believe this. The bands will deny it, but I truly believe that when you have bands in that festival environment, man, they really feed off each other. And there is some. I don't think it's competition. I don't think that's really a fair way to put it. But maybe there's a little, I don't know, natural drive to just go up there and just have a really kick-ass set. I don't know if that's it. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but man, there we go. Hang on, maybe I don't know how to do public. Oh, there we go. Debbie Lee saying what's up, and then Darren saying they slayed Huffafest. Yeah, Darren, I'm assuming you're referring to Lord Velvet. That was a great set. I love the part of the set for Lord Velvet when they start throwing the big inflatable guitar around. Uh, man, like it was a really fun. That's a fun building. We really had a fun crowd, and people were really into it. And it wasn't just there was some of this. I know I do it, but we had a lot of people dancing around and having a really good time. And Lord Velvet's set was in particularly fun. So yeah, right on, Darren. Thanks, Darren. Darren drove all the way down from Canada to come see that show. That was pretty amazing. And Darren, I know I can see you and Debbie in Las Vegas. Gosh, man, it comes up fast. It's like in, what, 7 months or something? And it's just rolling. And like every couple of weeks, John rolls out another incredible announcement about the show. Hey, if you are listening, who are you looking forward to seeing the most so far? For me, I'm gonna have to say, man, I'm thrilled at the chance to see Greenleaf. So, or a second chance to see Sergeant Thunderhoof. But there's no band that's coming that I'm not pretty stoked to see. Um, so, yeah. Wait, what's that? That's the sound of crickets. All right, cool. There we go. Hey, Logan, what's up, man? I feel like a goat, and I'm pretty spacey, and so, man, we're really excited about the Space Goat record thing. Psalm and Erosion. Psalm is in the studio. We're getting some stuff from Erosions. It'll be a fun split, and Jason and I just thought, shit, man, we love splits. Why don't we just do that? And so look for some stuff from Space Goat Records coming up. We do have some T-shirts on sale. Help fund that first album. We would love that if you buy a T-shirt. Yeah, man, there we go. Darren Greenleaf. He's looking forward to Greenleaf, Black Rainbows. God, man, Black Rainbows, in my humble opinion, all right, in just my regular old opinion, Black Rainbow's maybe the best rock band on the planet. Album after album of just kick-ass song after kick-ass song. And then, man, Darren, we're going to talk about the third band here in a little bit, but yeah, I agree. But I was surprised to learn, and I didn't know this, and I have never portrayed myself as any kind of musical expert on the scene. I'm a fan, but I didn't realize that Cowboys and Aliens have been around for 30 years. I knew they'd been around for a minute, but I did not realize it was 30 years. Oh, wait, I mentioned that band. Well, we'll talk more about them later. All right, cool. Man, I think I have the list in front of me. Hang on one sec, guys. Yeah, this is the dead air they tell you to never have. I'm an amateur. I'm an amateur at this. I don't know how to do it. Hang on. Let me find the gallery on my phone. Oh, yeah. Oh. So let's talk about the lineup so far. Greenleaf, we mentioned. Darren's excited to see him. I'm super thrilled to see him. I will tell you who else I am thrilled to see is Mothership. I have never had the privilege of seeing Mothership before, so I'm pretty stoked about that. That's one of the early stoner rock vinyls. I found it used at a record store, and I bought it, and it's oh, I don't have it in front of me. I'll hold it up, and I can't remember the name. But Yeah, man, I always felt bad for whoever sold that. That must have been some rough times if you had to sell that album. It's a great album. So, Sienna Root, I have never seen, obviously. I'm super excited to catch their set. Like we talked about before, Darren mentioned Black Rainbows. Fantastic band. Let me see if John's having some trouble getting on here. No, I don't have any message or anything. He just probably is like, run with it, John. No, he's not going to say that. We know John is not going to let me do that. We're going to have him on here in a couple of minutes. Um, yeah, we were talking about the lineup that we've already talked about. Hey, um, Steak, man. Like I know several of you have seen Steak out there. I have not. Um, I'm super excited. Like I love their videos, and their new video is great. And so I think that's a really unique opportunity for all of us that are coming out. Are you coming out to the show? Hey, if you're listening, are you coming out to the show? Are you coming out to Las Vegas? Are you going to stay downtown? Are you going to stay at the Bellagio with all the rich gambler people? You could drive your Lamborghini there. We'll park your Lamborghini and $100 a day parking at the Bellagio. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. So, all right, man. John should be joining us any second now. You guys are the best for hanging out and listening to me talk to myself. I'd be smoking a joint, but my kid is home from college, so I'm trying to be good in the house. So, uh, doing that. I'm just checking on John's progress. John had a super important meeting, and then he's driving back through Las Vegas traffic now to his private penthouse suite where he has his own studio set up. Cool. Sorry. No messages from John yet. Oh, yes. Debbie Lee. Steak has been on Debbie's bucket list. Man, Debbie, you haven't seen Steak. Debbie has seen, like, man, I'm always excited to see a band that Debbie Lee hasn't seen yet. Because, she's, like, seen everybody. Has traveled to cool places to see shows. And so, if Debbie Lee is excited, I'm just excited anyway, man. But Debbie is Darren's super excited to see Steak. Um, I can't encourage you enough. Hey, if you're somebody from Denver and you're watching this, man, we're going out there, try to get a little group of people together, go out there and have fun in Las Vegas. We did it last year. Zeth came. Zeth, my partner from Hufferfest. And we had Andrew from Electric Condor out there as well, and his girlfriend. We had a blast. So, yeah, Las Vegas. Yeah. All right. Come on, John. I think that's all I can carry. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, there we go. Okay, the show just got 1,000,000% better. All right, cool. Hey, dude, we're live, so you can do your screen thing if you want.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
I don't know how. I gave up on my. We tried to do my screen thing, but I gave up on it. So now it's just my poster. That's all I got. Andrea's. Yeah, I think we had probably some family pictures that took him down. No, I don't know what was there.
That's funny.
How are you doing, man?
I don't know. So we're live?
No, I said, how are you doing? No, I didn't tell anybody.
Oh, good.
I told everybody you had a very important meeting, and it was none of our business, so we didn't talk about it.
None of our business, Jesus. I'm just trying to figure out visual effects.
Yeah.
Oh, it said it can't be changed while recording. Let me go out and back in real quick.
All right, cool, man. All right.
On.
Hey, Mike, how are you doing, bud? Thanks for being here, man. Mike, I have something to show you sometime. I'll send it to you in a private message. That sounded awful. That's not what it is. Right on, man. I'm glad. Right on. I'm glad you're doing good, man. Right on. All right, so John is like setting up his, I think his green screen at a green plant. I don't know. I never did that green screen thing, man. I don't know what I'd put behind me. Probably a dilapidated farm. I know. I don't have my farm thing, but you know. You're welcome, Mike. Cool, man. Right on, dude. Cool. Oh yeah, I'm doing the dead air thing again. Um, did you guys get one of these condoms when you were at Hufferfest? It says safe plowing. That was my joke. The jokes are free. All right, John will be back here in a second. We've covered Lord Velvet. We've covered Darren's bands he's looking forward to the most, and Debbie agrees with Steak. Mike's cool enough to be here, and hang in there. Hey, if you're still out there, we go, man. I will tell. How's planning for Hufferfest 2027 going? Debbie will catch that later, but it's going very well. There may be a band that you're very interested in that's going to be there. John, oh, John, that looks badass. That looks badass. There you go, bud.
It's not quite what I was hoping, but it's good enough, we'll say.
Well, you did better than I did, so good deal. Good deal, man. Hey, man, you're having a good day.
I've been a little busy. Yeah, been a little busy.
You are a busy guy in general, John. Tell me, what has kept you the busiest so far in planning Planet Desert Rock
Are we
Weekend
live?
7? We are live, dude. We're on.
Oh,
you're
shit.
on. Oh yeah, dude, you're good. I guess I could tell you, John. By the way, you're live.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, but I jumped on a little early, and I just didn't want people to think we just like skipped out. But you know what? We have lives, people, and we have appointments. And John had one today, and then I didn't
to get my hair cut.
Yeah, it looks great, dude. I am like, look at this. I mean,
what?
I'm
Looks
due,
good.
dude. I look like people shopping at my store.
I had to get some cut. That's the way it is. But anyways, it's been a wacky, wild 48 hours or so, and super pumped to get a couple more bands added to the 2027 Planet Desert Rock Weekend roster.
Dude, I'm excited too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have another announcement here, hopefully in a week or two. But man, the two bands that you have to announce, some of you know, Darren jumped on earlier, and he said he was super excited about one of the bands in particular. I am thrilled about both bands. But John, where do you want to start? Why don't you tell us about one of the two bands, and we'll talk about them, and we'll, you got to come out and see these guys.
Well, I hope a lot of people come out. I mean, it's been great it's been great for the last 3 years, really. So
Yeah.
it gets a little bit bigger each year. People figured out that it's not maybe your standard festival. And it's not, I get a lot of people like, man, I wish it wasn't all the way in Vegas. I live in Tennessee. I'm like, I got a newsflash for you. People all over the world come in.
Yeah. And Vegas is like the easiest city in the world to fly into, I swear.
It is. It
really is.
And pretty cheap flights. I mean, right now, obviously a little bit higher with things, but in general, cheap flights, cheap places to stay that time of the year. And
Oh yeah.
we make it a good time, and we make it where it's a little bit of a vacation for you as well, because you go out and do fun stuff during the day or the
Oh
morning
yeah.
or whatever you want to do. Go to cool, believe it or not, Vegas isn't just this neon strip of debauchery. You're right. I
No,
mean,
it's
there are
not. That's
parks that you can go to. Literally, Red Rock Canyon Park. It's like 30 minutes outside the city. It's in over the
yep.
northern part of a suburb. It's beautiful out there. I mean, it's like a whole different world when you're driving around the desert and hiking. I mean,
We
it
spent a day doing
reminds you
that.
that our planet is quite different in different areas. And
Yes.
there's multiple parks over in Utah, like Zion and all that, that are like 2 hours away, and people go to. And we got museums, world class shopping, which sometimes the guys they gotta they bring their wives that maybe aren't as heavy into what we're doing,
Right.
music wise. And that's part of the attraction too, is really cool shopping, really great stuff to see, and then outstanding live shows, some that happen during the day. So yeah, man, I'm excited, and I'm really excited about these two bands.
Me
So
too, man.
we'll start off with Howling Giant.
Yeah, man. Damn. I just saw Howling Giant a couple weeks ago, John, and they're a powerhouse live, man. But you got something more special than their usual show.
Yeah, I mean, these guys play constantly. So, and they play probably every single fest there is in the scene, or the bigger ones, and we'll, probably
Right.
play some of the other ones eventually. And they tour, they produce new albums constantly. Known the guys since early on. I was into them. Psycho Vegas, I saw them. And, they're a younger band, or were. I mean, I guess they're still young compared to us. And, but yeah, I had a concept that I thought about involving them and Sergeant Thunderhoof. And, God, I'm just so honored that this is going to actually come to fruition. So
I
they
can't
did
believe
a
I'm going to be
split.
there.
Yeah, they did a split, the Turn to Stone,
I love
split on Ripple, and each band did one side, and it was a 20-minute song each side.
I have it. It's
And
literally
Sergeant
my.
Thunderhoof.
It,
I mean, you have it.
I have it. It's literally my favorite split.
Yeah. I mean, for many people, it's known as one of the coolest splits.
Yeah.
Not only because of the music itself, but the concept behind it,
So badass.
artwork that goes with
The
it.
video. Ugh.
Yeah, and what's funny is my buddy from the Doom and Stone show, Bucky Brown, is actually the one to put it together.
Oh, really? He's a cool
Yeah,
dude.
did I introduce you to Bucky?
Yeah,
in
he's
Denver?
great, man.
Okay.
Thanks for
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah, he's
I mean,
awesome.
a massive part of our scene for years and years. He's not on Facebook anymore, but God, you go on Bandcamp and he's got reviews for a zillion bands. He buys so many albums. The guy is great overall taste in music. But anyways, he put that together, and I'm just so proud. I got Sergeant Thunderhoof to agree to it early on. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm glad to have him back, and we're gonna make it extra special. Let him play a little longer, whatever. And then Howling Giant, it was like put on pause because they had some tour things that they were kind of working on.
Okay.
And so when I got the AOK maybe a week or two back, I'm like, hell yeah. And I messaged Zach Wheeler, the drummer. I'm like, Zach, we're going to do this. And you're going to play the side. And he goes, well, we already played like part of the song already. So I don't see how it'll be that hard. I'm like, cool. I go, by the way, I hope you take a request and play Rooster.
Right
Because
on.
they haven't been playing that lately. And that's, I think, the best cover song maybe I've ever heard. I mean,
That's such a
it
kick.
goes
I
up there
mean,
with
like,
Diamonds and Rust or something by Judas Priest. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I
just-
think a lot of us just love Alice in Chains too. So that's just.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, hell yeah.
Alice in
dude.
Chains and Soundgarden are
Yeah.
it's part of our lineage, whether they
Right.
know it or not.
Yep.
Really. It's just particularly us Gen Xers. And
Yep.
anyways, Howling Giant is just such a good band. I love the guys. I just saw them again. I saw them in Vegas in a little tiny room at the Griffin.
Cool.
And then like 2 days later, I saw them in Mojave Experience out there, in
Oh,
the big
sweet.
stage. Got some great video of them. Their video I recorded and put on Instagram, just the one song.
Okay.
It has, last I checked, about as many plays as anything I put on there. And I have like a John Garcia one and a Nick Oliveri one. But I was really lucky to capture them.
Oh, hell
I know the guys well. They added a fourth guitarist, which I think is, always a cool thing.
I loved
Adds
it.
to the layers of it and ability. So,
Especially live, it adds that depth that I think you could do that in the studio, but it's harder to achieve that live. And
totally.
when I saw, we love that addition too. It was great. The guys, I'm sorry, I don't know your name off the top of my head, but yeah, hell yeah.
It's just unbelievable. Known the guys for years, and it finally happened. I mean, it's.
How's it gonna work?
Conceptually still, and
Okay.
is that they'll play back-to-back sets. I mean, hey, if I had it my way, and maybe they will too, and I don't know. It's up. We haven't gone this deep into it because it's like
Sure. I
6,
get
7
it.
months away, whatever it is.
Right.
Is one of the bands would finish with that side, and the other band would start their next set. 20 minutes later.
That's my vote.
And I think that this makes it a unique experience at Planet Desert Rock. I like to do that. I want it to be special. I want it unique. I want different stuff to happen, different bands to pop up and come out of nowhere and do something. And I'm really proud of this. I really am. And
I'm stoked, man.
again, them being a cool band and someone, people I know and like, that matters as well, as long as it's paired with excellent music. And I love the new album. I love the one before it. Both albums were just back to back, solid. Tom Polzini is an underrated and super strong singer. I mean,
I agree. I think they
really
write
good.
really cool songs, and they have an ability that I think a lot of bands maybe don't exhibit as much as they do, but they have the ability to write that engaging 20-minute song and then write a good 4-minute song too. And, I love that about those guys. They're very talented and super enjoyable to see live and listen to. I love both those albums too, John. They're on heavy rotation at the house.
Yeah, just really good band. And for folks that didn't know, their bassist, Sebastian Boltes,
Seabass.
his dad was in Accept.
What? Are you serious?
Wow there.
Dude, are you serious?
That's right.
That's crazy.
I have a great amount of knowledge about things that aren't that important. Yeah. I wish it was other things sometimes, but I know this. Yeah. His dad
That's wild.
was like one of the main guys in Accept. Yeah. Fast as the Shark. What a great song. Like, I'm a guy who went to high school in the 80s when metal was just beating our brains in. It
the
was
shit
just like
out of
amazing.
everything.
And anyways.
Yeah. It was
Little
those days
shout
were
out to
great.
Sebastian there. Or Seabass, as they affectionately call
He's
him.
awesome.
Yeah.
The happiest
they're
that guy
always
might be the
smiling on
happiest guy
stage.
on the scene. Like that dude always has a smile on his face.
They're
always has they all do. They always have something
yeah.
nice to say. Really like such positive ambassadors for our scene. I like that's the band that like if my mom's gonna go to a show, it's like I should probably take her to Howling Giant, I mean that's gonna be safer than like Solace perhaps, but
yeah. Speaking of Solace, another Planet Desert Rock alumni, their newest album I was able to give a full listen to the other day, and it's heavy duty, good stuff. They got great vocalists as well,
Hell yeah, they were
And they're
so
over there
good,
touring
dude. They
Europe,
were so
killing
good
it.
at your show.
Oh yeah, just pure
Pure
fire.
rock, man.
But they're
That was-
killing it over in Europe right now. They played a bunch
with
of shows with
Hermano.
Hermano.
Yeah.
So,
I've
playing
been
fucking
watching
massive.
Dave's and Dandy Brown's feeds about that. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I
go.
could be there for some of those shows.
Yeah, High Desert Queen, another Planet Desert rock band. They're over there just slaying it on tour. Ryan and the folks. I was lucky enough to see Ryan Morgan, Phil and Rusty in Tulsa when I went to go see my mom. I
Oh,
timed
that's
it before
right.
the show, so
Dude,
hung
how
out like a
crazy is
small
that?
dive bar in Tulsa and watched them and Grand Moreno play. And
Man, that's a
yeah, it was fun.
band. Man, that's a good band. Those
Yeah,
two
they're
guys.
fun.
Those two guys kick some serious ass. I caught they streamed a live set from Reggie's a couple weeks ago, and I caught the whole set, and it was just that blew my mind. I mean, I like these two guys. Like, I need to see
Yeah,
them somewhere. I can't make it to Ripple Fest this year, but man, I gotta see them somewhere, man. Those guys,
yeah.
like,
They
I'm gonna
just
have
did
to
a
figure out how to
tour.
get them to come to Denver. So we'll.
You never know. They talked to Ryan
I will
because
talk to
Ryan
Ryan.
is like managing them and helping them.
Oh
So
shit! I will talk to Ryan then.
yeah,
Awesome. Cool.
because they did that run with High Desert Queen where it was more like running up to the upper Midwest and maybe even popped over briefly to the Northeast or something or something. But it was like more of a Midwest run up through. And so you never know when they might, do another little quick run out to the West and back. So,
I'd love it. It'd be
but
great.
anyways, Howlin' Giant, gonna do the split. One of the top bands, of the scene. They were number one on the Doom charts for October last year. And JJ mentioned in his write-up today, The Obelisk, that it was his number one album of the year last year, which JJ listens to more music than almost anyone I know. And likes
that's
a
the respected
broad,
voice.
he likes a broad swath of different styles.
Yes.
He's not fearing screaming and yelling and,
No, JJ
metal.
listens. So when you think about the sheer amount of music that JJ listens to, that's yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was in my top 10, man. I know how what I really once again, here's what I really like about Howling Giant. Debbie Lee says they're a really intelligent band. They really are. Um, what Glass Future, more soundscapey kind of things going on there, and man, and then I put on the new one. Was it Crucible to Ruin? I think, and dude, it's banger after banger. I was like kind of expecting a more atmospheric, adventure, and then it was just like, no, we put on our rock and roll boots, and like every song on that
It's
thing is
just
just
good
like,
stuff.
it's fucking
They're one of the
yeah,
top
it
bands
is
nowadays.
yeah,
It fits perfect with what Planet Desert Rock is all about, which is,
for sure.
good songwriting, strong singing,
That's
a cool
huge.
band.
So bands, I get this a lot. Bands will say to me, "Man, I really want to play at John Gish show," and I'm like, "You just like gave guttural screams for a half an hour from the stage. That's probably not what John's looking for, And all these festivals are different, but your festival is not a metal festival. It's a rock and roll festival,
Right.
and that's what's important to you.
Yes.
Why did you decide to focus in that direction? Just simply because that's what you enjoy?
No, well, I mean, I like metal too,
Oh, I
but
know.
I
Yeah.
think that I feel like I want to create something that's unique. And the idea of being all inclusive and bringing in, this and that, I think has become the norm. And it's almost become boring. Like Psycho Vegas. Next thing you know, they had rappers, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's so look kind of
I
like too
doubt
far
the
across.
the value proposition behind that worked. Meaning, you paid X amount of dollars. How many people actually came because of that? There were some things like that, and I feel like we've discounted really the pureness of hard and heavy rock. I just believe in rock music is one of the most American things you could ever have. It comes from a blues rock roots, and it comes, with some country western
Sure.
in there. If you really think about some of the songwriting and some of that parts, and you just kind of mash it up together, and it's just been a long lineage that is spread across the world because of it. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
dude,
we were
I
the
love it.
ones.
You know I love
And
it.
we radio is obviously FM radio is controlled by just a few different broadcast system things. And there's only three big labels, and the majority of music you hear on a station that supposedly plays new music is old music. They're
Yeah.
still playing Guns N' Roses, they're still playing
Yeah.
Linkin Park, they're still playing
Yep.
Metallica. So there's no growth to really get out there. Now our scene, which is extremely organic, but maybe has gotten some more monetization
Yep.
over the
I
last
think so.
6 years. But the pureness of our rock and roll sound, a lot of it, is maintaining a tradition.
Yeah.
And I think the more we're able to get normies and people to be able to just hear it enough to go and check it out, they get hooked
Yeah, I
like the
agree.
rest of us did. I mean,
Right?
dude, guys, I was purely an FM radio guy, well into my 40s. And I remember I got satellite radio when I bought my new car. That was actually right when I was maybe 40, 41.
Okay.
And I was listening to Octane Radio, and
Yeah.
I was like, all right, there's some cool stuff here. Like I found out about Blackwater Rising, and I'm like, cool.
Awesome band.
And I found about early Volbeat. That was so unique and different. It was like very Metallica meets Johnny Cash meets something else, and I was like, all right, that's a start. But
Yeah.
then after like a year or two, I'm like, there's not enough. This
Right.
is so much of this new metal, screamy, or like really glitzy, glossy, made for radio kind of rock that it just
Yeah.
got sickening. And
Sure.
and that's when I dug in and I just randomly started looking at stuff. On
That's how it
Amazon.
happens.
Yeah. I mean, I'd already known about Caius. I listened to Caius like 92, 93.
Sure.
But believe it or not, I didn't even know Caius evolved, in the Queens of Stone Age. I did not know that until
So-
years later.
I
But
didn't
I
know
bought-
that. I didn't know that either. Like I,
Yeah, I mean,
like,
how
'cause
would
there
I
was
know?
no radio station telling you that. So
Exactly,
if you
exactly.
didn't do the
And
research,
it didn't-
or you weren't there,
And they didn't get that much radio, even the first two
No.
albums. So,
oh,
but
not-
when
not
Songs of the
Denver, they
Deaf
didn't
came
get
out,
any. Yeah.
yeah, Songs of the Deaf came out, that's when I was able to go, oh shit, this is cool. And then like years later, I find out the whole connection. I'm like, wow, that's wild.
Sure.
But it's just I want to continue the tradition of rock and roll and heavy psych.
Yeah. Thanks.
Heavy
for
psych has been a massive movement. I mean, the world of heavy psych or psych rock, I should
that.
say,
I love that.
is huge. I mean, even like
Yeah, it is.
Stephen Wilson Jr. really is kind of psyched out, and people like he sells thousands of tickets to shows, and I just think that those pair together along with some classic rock tinged and
Yeah.
blues based stuff, really makes it unique. And yeah, we're a smaller tent, so to speak, because every festival has the screaming and really heavy stuff. And I
Yeah.
have some
We
really
have it.
good metal bands and like heavy as shit bands that have asked me to play where I know I would have people come to the show because of them. And I'm like, I just don't know. It's not I just don't want to do it for the money because I think that experience can be had somewhere else, anyways. And some of them
I
are going to
love
be
that
playing
answer.
at Ripple Fest. I mean, Ryan has no problem having a super heavy day. You know what I
Right.
mean? I mean, he's a bigger festival with, larger room and more people go and everything else. This is more of a unique experience indoors, great sound, easy going,
Great sound.
cultural. Everyone's just vibing and,
Oh, hell yeah.
and chilling. And, it's not a competition. It's the way I look at it as well. But
Oh, yeah.
I like to stand out and have something different. And,
I love it.
I had some regular rock bands like Dirty Streets last year, and
They
I
were awesome.
and Basque, and people
Dude,
were
what about that cover?
overwhelmingly.
That cover of Staying Alive that Dirty Streets did.
I insisted on that.
That was the shit, man.
It
That
was
was so
amazing.
badass.
It
It
surprised so
was
many people,
amazing.
right? You're
I
like,
know we had the disco ball going and everything. Oh, dude,
that's so
that was
funny
so
that
good.
I had nothing to do with that, but that was super cool.
Yeah, it was.
I can't take credit for that. But, I'm working on a band right now that definitely is a rootsy rock band or two, but one in particular that hasn't been active for a good bit. And I hope I get them.
All right, man. Well,
It's
I hope you do
work.
too.
It's been working on it for a few years, but you know,
Cool.
you got to work
Hey, hang on, John.
through the.
I got some people commenting on what you're saying right now. So Darren is out there supporting what you said. Kevin states the detailed curation of a vibe. That's what you're doing, man. The detailed curation of a vibe. And then Seth, hey Seth, hey partner. He's like, love the vibe at Planet Desert Rock Weekend. Man, Seth and I and Andrea and Andrew, we all had such a blast at your show last year. But yeah, dude, people like noticed the curation and they talk about it. They talk about the flow of your show. And honestly, it's
Yeah.
inspirational to me and a lot of other people who put on festivals that, you just don't slap bands together. But there's got to be some conscious decisions to make. What's harder for you to decide, John? Who's going to close the night or who's going to open the night?
It's really usually not hard for who closes the night. We've been overall pretty standard on the largest band finishing. Obviously, this past year we had to make adjustments because paralyzed in the
Yeah.
travel, which
Dude, they
damn,
showed up
that's
at the
been
last
pretty
minute and
good.
just kicked so much ass. That was
Yeah.
so impressive. Oh,
Yeah, just amazing, right? Opening the show can be probably the tougher one. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not a slight, really, because we have a line that goes all the way down the block and around to
Yep.
get into place. Yes, we will be remedying that as much as possible. That's why I have the VIP tickets out there so I can get the fast pass thing going. I'm going to have
Cool.
to keep talking to the venue and the security guy weeks beforehand so they're not like, what? I didn't know. I got to, because, the ball was dropped a little bit.
yeah.
And it really, I felt responsible to get together with Carlos very quickly and talk about it a few weeks after that. And he's so happy to have us.
Dude, I didn't hear anybody complain about it, just so you know. I know you're
Well, I
bummed out
just don't
about
like
it.
losing. Like Phantom Hound had people coming in all throughout the set, and I just thought that was something I'm trying to avoid. But Thursday and Friday at that venue, we can't even pop the sound on to do any kind of sound check until 5 o'clock
Wow.
because there's people upstairs, a law firm. So
Oh, I
you
didn't
know,
know that. Okay.
yeah, so there's limited sound check on Thursday,
damn.
Friday, which
Okay, well,
these
that makes
bands are
sense.
good enough. They don't need that. They just need the line check. And we just got a little overboard with the
Well,
sound
man,
check. It's just something I have to work with the logistics of the people involved doing the jobs themselves and just make sure we're running the schedule on time. But we'll have people getting in there early so that way the line won't be as long.
I
and
got in
you
early.
can hear the
Phantom-
sound check and all that good stuff.
Man, I got in early, and I'll tell you, Phantom Hound set was fucking awesome.
It's great.
I love
Better
those
than I
guys.
thought it was going to be. Even. So
They're-
and
I
I've
love those.
been,
They were fucking awesome.
they're
Cool.
great. Great way
Yeah.
to start every year. I'm really excited about the band that starts off the fest. Like the year before was Samaveo from Germany.
Yeah,
they started
they
off the
were
whole thing, and they've been around like
amazing.
20 plus years.
They were
And-
so good.
They just put out a video
Yeah.
for California Sky, I think it's called.
Okay.
And they used video from that whole trip when they came over to the United
Oh,
States to
cool,
play.
man. I saw that this morning, but I haven't had a chance to check out the video yet. So I'll
9
definitely
minutes.
do that.
So it's quite a,
Well, that's quite a big chunk
it's
of my
really
day,
cool.
John. It actually.
I mean, it's just,
I'll
it's
watch
just
it.
they
No, I'm
made
excited.
these bands that come over from Europe, many of them, they make the most of it. They don't all play more shows and all that. Samaveo did, and others did, but they make the most of it because
For
this is an
sure.
experience and we're going to die at some
Yeah.
point. And so
Yeah.
having experience while you still can is important. And
It's
they just it was so humbling to watch that video and see the
right on.
great time that Barang and all the rest of them were having. Now, speaking of Europe,
Yeah, let's get into it. Speaking of
we
Europe, John, do you have a band from Europe coming?
two of my favorite things in life: Cowboys and Aliens.
Oh, dude, I
All
love
in
those
tandem.
things.
Yeah. So
Man, that's
from
an amazing
Belgium,
ad, dude. It's an
yeah,
amazing ad. They're from Belgium. Go ahead, I'll let you talk. I
30
will just say
years.
before you jumped on, I did mention I did not realize they'd been a band for 30 years. I knew
They're
they've
like
been
an
around.
OG stoner rock band.
Yeah,
They
dude,
really
like from
are.
the 90s. Wow, I am. It's going to be an honor to see them.
Yeah, and listen, they were on my radar, kind of like a list of like, all right, let's see what's going on. And when they decided to put out a new album, I listened to it and I'm like, oh, it was
Yeah.
heavier, more like driving stuff, and I'm like, good God, this is fire. Like I'm
Yes.
like, dude, you gotta play Rabbit Hole live, which is the song I led off the recent Doomed and Stone show with, even as they landed number 11 on Doom
Damn.
charts. And
Yeah.
I've been a fan of them for a good while. Their stuff from back, particularly in the 2000s. I mean, they have songs. If you go look up their plays on whether it's
Yep.
YouTube or whether it's Spotify, or whatever. I
Huge.
mean, these bands have been around. They're on playlists and everything else. They
That's
they
how
have
I
a
know them, John. That's how I know
yep.
Cowboys and Aliens because they show up on my playlist all the time. And you know what? I always notice because I'm like, man, this song kicks ass. Who is this? Oh, it's Cowboys and Aliens again. You know, you never skip those songs. Yeah, man. So you guys, one of the things that I love about John's show is that he always has bands that I'm like, I know about them, but maybe I just don't know that much about them. So in the year or 9 months leading up to the show, man, I take that opportunity to really get into those bands. So when I see them live, like that live show means just a little bit more to me because I know some of those songs. And,
Totally.
and so Cowboys and Aliens will be in heavy rotation at my house. Howling Giant always has been. So, man, like, dude, I am thrilled about these additions to your show.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I think Cowboys and Aliens are really fired up about coming over. Um, they're a band that a bunch of people I know hadn't heard of because I think a lot of people just got in the scene the last 5, 6 years. And it's not like,
It's a young scene, I think. There's a lot of new people
I
for
mean,
sure.
yeah, I mean, and I think that a lot of attention is paid to in our scene, which I think is a concern for me, but about like 10 or 12 bands. And it's like
Yeah.
almost an obsession over King Buffalo and Elder and All
Yeah.
Them Witches and Slow Mosa. And it's just, it almost feels like that's all some people listen to. And so they're not aware of how many other really good bands, the depth of how good our scene is.
This is the
And
value of like the Doom charts, right? Because like really go through that list, y'all. Like
some of it, at
20,
least, read the
like
description.
15, like they release 40 bands. Pick out 5 bands you never heard of before, and check them out that month. And like you're gonna discover that the scene is deep.
It is.
There's so much talent.
March and April Doom charts are insane. So many good bands. Anything from really cool retro stuff like Ginford out of Norway, another Norwegian band.
So good.
You know, to Neurosis. That's been around since like 1990. You know,
It's crazy.
and it's just there's a lot of stuff besides Slow Mosa and King Buffalo.
Yeah. Like for
And
me, like
there's an obsession I know people have. I see it all the time on Facebook, and it concerns me a
yeah.
little bit because I know it's like you got this new toy, and it's like you think you cracked the code, right? But the bottom line is you cracked open the scene. Now keep
Yes.
looking.
Right.
You know, but
So I think Slow Mosa, and I just saw him. I saw him the week before my show, and God, they did put on a killer show, and it
they're
was super
great. I
super
love the
fun.
guys.
Yeah,
Totally.
and they're really, and
Right.
it was cool. They brought a punk rock band with them on tour, which I thought was neat. And it was oh shit, the mainliners, and I really enjoyed their set. I'm an old punk
I'm
rock
sure there's
guy,
a
and it was
reason
like
why
it
that
was like
happened.
it was like real punk rock too. It wasn't that Blink
Well, I mean,
182
there's a
shit. It was
reason
like
why that happened, probably
why?
behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
what do you think it is?
Um, Management. Yeah.
No, it's like a money thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, likely it's tied in with are they a client of someone that's involved? There's usually that kind of stuff. Bands don't just go, here's what
whatever
we
it
want.
was, I fucking dug it because I'm a punk rock
Yeah.
guy, and that was a real punk rock band. It
For
was like,
me, if it was me,
yeah,
I'd prefer someone from our scene, quite frankly.
oh, I'm not gonna lie. I would have preferred someone from
I
our scene
mean,
too. I'm
that's
just
me
glad I
because
liked the
I
band they
want
brought.
us. I want us to
Oh,
continue to get
oh,
in front of
oh,
more people, right?
no doubt about it, John.
You know
Without
what I
a
mean? But
doubt.
that's being selfish and, I'm
Yeah,
all
for
about the
sure.
team. You know what I mean?
I'm just glad
And
they
my
didn't bring
team
some
is,
shit band though that like made me want to kill myself during their set. So
yeah.
at least I enjoyed the set.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, man, I think
And Slow Moses is on fire. They're
it's
killing it.
like, but like dig, yeah. There's reasons to dig deeper, and Slow Motion
There
wasn't created
is.
in a vacuum, and they're inspired by other bands too. And yeah, man. But man, if that's your entry point, you could do a lot worse. I mean, that's not too bad, and they put on a fun show. But yeah, like to John's point, man, there's a lot of bands like that. I've been listening to the new Dozer, the B side thing. It's been in my
Oh, yeah?
CD player in my car, and like I just can't stop listening to it. And I put it on for the shop this morning, and it's the hip hop crowd, mid 20s hip hop crowd, and they let that thing go all the way through, and they were fucking bobbing their heads along. There's like good, there's
Well, what you're not
good
admitting
rock
is
bands, man.
what you're not admitting is you have the sound real low.
Yeah, I did.
Gotta hear that shit loud. Gotta
Dude, you gotta
disrupt
listen
it.
to it loud. I did. We had it
No.
cranked up. Oh, dude, the weed shop, the music's loud.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
interesting.
it's not like
Sean,
Las Vegas.
at one time, there was a thought process of having Dozier come at the same time because it's just two other guys had to get visas. Yeah. I wish that would have happened, but
Dude, it
yeah.
was so cool to get to see him at Ripple Fest.
Oh yeah. I saw him 3 times.
Oh,
Well,
gosh,
yeah.
jealous.
I saw him in Vegas and then I went over to Palmdale
Oh,
over to
did you?
Transplant Brewery and
Oh,
caught him there and
damn.
hung out, with Tommy and everything else. And I'm over the moon about getting Greenleaf, which is one of my top 5 favorite bands out right
Before
now.
you got on, we talked about that. Yeah, they're one of my favorite bands too, and just gonna be, dude, that Mothership. I mean, your lineup's crazy.
Yeah, I
Droids
think
Attack.
I think what's that?
Droids Attack. I'm excited to see those guys. Yeah,
Oh yeah, a rare occurrence for most people outside of the
Yeah.
season. They're not really that active. Brad's a very busy man, but I had him back in 2019, and so I'm really excited to have some stoner thrash. So there's where I go off a little bit, you know.
man.
I mean,
Speaking of,
there's like a riff and groove, stoner thrash. There's no he's not singing harmonies in that band.
dude,
know what I mean?
yeah, for sure, John. We
Yeah.
got a pretty good audience. We got Azul from Kal-El out there listening to the show. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
And Azul, at one point in time, brother, Kal-El will hopefully have you for Planet as a Rock. I mean,
Man, that'd be
it's
so-
just logistics.
They're
You
so
guys-
good.
Yeah, I mean, I love those guys. I hung out with them in Tulsa.
Yeah,
I
they're
arranged
awesome.
another show out there when I was out there to go to see them, and
Sweet.
I've known those guys since the Ripple Fest as well. And so
Yeah.
they're playing Ripple Fest again. So I just didn't want to like bug them to play this when they're just playing that. Me and Ryan and Patrick over at Mojave Experience, we try not to just do the same bands a little
That's weird.
bit.
I just copy your lists and just go right off your. No, I'm just kidding.
Well-
yeah, but no, I get that, dude. Because you do want to have some variety, right? You want to
Yeah.
have some different bands.
Yeah. I
I
think
like
so.
that. I personally, as a fan, I appreciate that, and it was something I was conscious when I did my show too. I didn't want people just to see the same bands that were playing at every festival as well, and it was kind of cool because you like really get to like like the way I looked at it, John, was like, I'm just gonna create a show that I really want to go to. Do you kind of look at it
Sure.
like that?
Yeah. I think a dark horse, 2 bands that are real dark horse for Planet as a Rock right now is Sienna Root I think the more people dig into what's going on with them, another band's been out for 20 plus years from Sweden. They're heavy psych and retro.
Amazing
So,
vocals.
and they've been on again, off again with female and male vocals and all that, but it's female now, and she's a powerhouse. And if you go on YouTube and look them up at their page, I mean, they have so much content, and they have a lot of viewers on everything they're
Yeah, you
doing.
were telling me like hundreds of thousands of views.
I mean, great layers to their music. Yeah, cool. They got the Hammond organ stuff, so we'll have the presence of that.
Oh.
I think that's going to be, and they're real excited to come to the States for the first time. I think that's going to be this really unique thing. I think the band Carson, which is out of Switzerland, just finished
They're
a tour
great.
like in Germany, a few others. They really got that certain it factor, I think. If
Yeah.
you go listen to their last two albums in particular, it's just very good, hard, heavy rock / stoner rock, catchy. They have choruses, some,
Yeah.
it fits in there almost with the slow mosa kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they have a female bassist just like Slomosa as well. And
There's
I've been a fan of
something
them.
accessible about both of those bands.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I like accessible
Yeah.
songs.
Well, it's easier for
Like
me
we
to
had
show it to people.
Saturna. We had Saturna opening night with the Quill. I mean, those bands are, they blew people away. Saturna
Yep.
was one of the most talked about things.
I'm
when
so
we talk
glad I
about
was there
sets.
for that. If you weren't there for that, no, seriously, but if you weren't there for that, you fucked up. I mean, that
Played like
shit-
70
it
some
was-
minutes even.
It
Yeah.
was so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
and it was that. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And so for people that are, like, I've been meaning to go, here's how you do it. you buy the ticket to the festival now.
Yeah,
You buy it. And then you start making plans. You go and you write down the dates on your calendar. And when it's appropriate, you let work know. You're like, okay, here's what we're doing. Here,
Yep.
I'm going to take this time off.
it's a weekend.
And then you start working on plane tickets, at some point. And I wouldn't say right now is a good time.
No.
Hopefully it goes down
So here-
in future. And you work on plane tickets, and the hotels is the least of your worry.
No doubt.
There's so many good places to stay. You don't need to stay at the Venetian and the MGM and all those and pay more money. Literally go stay at the El Cortez, which you can walk to the venue from.
Yeah.
El Cortez was owned by Bugsy Siegel and Meyer Lansky, two famous mobsters. And
So I
Or you
can't
could
stay
stay at
there.
this-
I can't stay at the El Cortez. So I quit drinking 10 years ago, and the last place I had a relapse was
Don't
in the
stay there.
Was in
You
the
stayed
El
next door to
Cortez.
me.
So I stayed next door to John at the Ahern, Ahern. Ahern. No casino. The quietest hotel I've ever stayed in Las Vegas.
yeah.
Super nice rooms, free breakfast, totally reasonably priced.
Oh, yeah.
Super short drive to the venue. Man, if you're not into the Vegas casino thing,
Right.
I can't recommend it enough because I'm
And this-
not, and I loved it, and we will stay there again.
Yeah, it's cheap and it's good.
Yeah.
It's easygoing.
Clean.
For years, people have stayed at the Sahara, which is another like long time place, but it's been renovated and it's still a price point that's lower. They got a cool pool even. I mean, I don't think you'll be hanging out at the pool in January, but and you
Maybe
can
if you're
literally
from
from Sahara,
Minnesota.
you can walk down to the Wynn and the Venetian from there because I live across the street from the Sahara, and the walk
Yep.
back and forth to Venetian is 4 miles total.
You know what else was
2 miles
cool
each
about
way. That's
staying right
nothing.
there? Is you can
Huh?
jump on that monorail thing, and we took.
If
the
you're gonna be
monorail,
lazy, you
and
jump on the monorail.
Well, it was cool because I am lazy, and so
Okay.
we took, and I couldn't deal with that 65-degree heat. No, I'm just kidding. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. We were
It
up
got
there.
up to 70s.
But the monorail's a pretty cool ride. We went out to the Bellagio and checked out their.
Yeah, you
atrium
got to go
with
to
all
the
Yeah,
Bellagio.
it was
You've never been to
awesome.
Vegas.
Yeah.
And then, of
Yummy
course, the
tacos
Stratosphere.
next to the Ahern at the Mint, according to Debbie. All right.
The Mint is same plaza. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And that Evil Knievel's pizza place, that shit was good too.
Evil Pie on
Yeah,
Fremont
hell
Street.
yeah. Good
Great
stuff.
place. That was a go-to place as a meetup for folks that have never been and you're thinking about it, you'll immediately have people to hang out with. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it's that. I mean, if you
Oh
don't want
yeah.
to hang out with anyone, don't. Okay, but don't
Good
use the
luck.
excuse of not coming because you don't have anyone to go with. I broke that pattern, which I was terrified to do things by myself at times in life. I'm terrified, maybe it's a little overboard, but just I didn't want it. I wasn't motivated. When I broke that pattern,
Yeah.
it's so much more freeing and it's just easy. So many people. You join the Planet Desert Rock United page on Facebook. We're like 12, 1,300 members
Like,
now. And people talk about meetups and,
it's so cool. Like, I got to talk to Jason Walker for like an hour in this casino. We had a conversation about classical music, which is like the last thing in the world I expected. And Jason Walker's the coolest guy ever. And so
yeah.
Zeth and I sat down and talked to him. And then, excuse me, my wife talked to JJ Kozin for like an hour. They're like best buddies. They talk about photography or something. I don't know what they talk about, but but so like we met bands. We hung out with bands. We hung out with the Wilkersons. We hung out with other fans. We got to spend time with you. I got to meet a bunch of new people that I didn't know, and I got to meet a bunch of people from Facebook who I only knew through Facebook.
Right.
And man, like you guys, you gotta go. Like, really,
it's just a great time.
It's the best. It's my favorite time of the year. I mean, I'm already looking forward to it.
Thank
Man.
you.
Seriously.
You're awesome, dude.
Dude,
You're
it's true.
awesome.
And plus, I don't have to stress about the show. I get to just go and enjoy it.
Yeah. I tell people that are in bands, like, and I know there's like an ego thing, and but I'm like, just go and have a good time, and you'll probably be able to, talk to enough people. You're networking that people will find out about you in the band. I mean, bring us some CDs for free. Whatever you want to do. Make the most of it. Don't just be in sales, but have a good time. Doesn't mean you're ever going to play the festival, but it's a
but it's a good
event.
time, and you meet so many cool people, and you like make great contacts, and you learn more about the music, and you meet people who know bands that you don't necessarily know about. I mean,
But anyways,
like I'm not even exaggerating. I can't, dude. You can't oversell it. Literally. Like, it's the weekend I look forward to the most of the year. Seriously, dude. Thank you. Thank you for putting it on, man, because it is a blast. Yeah.
Thank you. And I look forward to it, too. I don't look forward to the week after that because I'm tired as fuck. But other than that, I look forward to it every year because I like the bands as well. And I love meeting the bands and hanging out some. And, I'm there for all the production. So I'm there for load-in usually. Yeah. I spend pretty much most of the day there for the next 4 days in a row. And I'm perfectly fine with it. I got a cell phone. I got a plug.
It's fun, man. Like, I liked getting there early for my show. Like, as soon as, getting there and, like, seeing the
You're
band
the host of the party.
Yeah, dude, it's fun as hell. Yeah.
And we, it was good to have some newcomers at this one. It was great to have Dan Sierras, finally make it out. And the Wilkersons, it was cool to have them.
Dude, we have people in Denver since Hufferfest talking about coming out to your show. So I'm hoping for a bigger Denver contingency. It would be great to like hang out with my friends from Denver in Las Vegas and introduce them to my friends from all over the country. Kind of like we got to do that on a small scale here in Denver. But your show, man, it's like that's the place to go out and meet people from the scene, guys. It's going to be a ripper. I can't wait.
Smorgasbord. Now, hey, big kudos to you, brother. Hufferfest was fantastic.
Thanks, man.
I attended all 3 days. I got in a little late.
Thank you.
On Friday night, I got there just in time to see that band you're wearing, Lord Velvet. I've been a fan of what they've released so far,
Good stuff.
I dig them. And I've met the singer before.
Taylor's a good guy.
I really was like, I gotta at least make it, to see
I'm
them.
glad you made it. I'm glad.
And just announced today they signed with Ripple Music.
I know, isn't that badass? Cool. So badass. Yeah, I'm stoked for those guys.
They were a big.
Dude, that's a band that would fit into the old Planet Desert Rock weekend.
Yeah, sometime. Yeah. It could very well. So there are a few, but yes. And they were really, it was really cool to see that. And then the Saturday night was just
bonkers.
So packed. I mean, when you have Godzillionaire Blue Heron, Luna Soul, and Cobranoid, just those four alone,
Yeah.
that's
Then,
that's something else.
yeah, dude. Thanks for being there. It meant a lot to me to have you there. So thank you very much, dude. That
Yeah,
really, it
man,
really, like, I can't explain to you how much that meant to me. So
it
I
was
appreciate it.
great. I went in, no, I'm like, all right, I knew some people were going to be there. Plus, I knew you guys,
Yeah.
you and Seth and Andrea. So, going, then I knew Debbie and Scott were going. So, all right, cool, my buddy Todd Marshall from over at San Diego, he decided to
Yeah,
go.
Todd's awesome.
Yeah, and so and there were other people that I immediately saw, like Ryan from New Mexico was there, and I mean it was on and on. There were enough
Dude.
people, and then you just get to know and hang out with the others. And I know Godzilla and Luna Soul really well because they play Planet Is Rock, and I
Yeah,
really
great
like all
guys.
those guys. So it was cool being able to just hang out. Me and Mark Hennessy hung out a bunch. I just
He's so cool.
went down the basement down there and hanging out in the green room and hang out with him and like saw him for a while. You got like an
Nice.
old head and then you got the young heads right there.
That
Yeah,
was
and then
cool.
Seth is down there with a tie on.
Oh my God, the Luna's I know.
I,
He's
I'm like, dude,
Seth,
you're
we
my
love
brother.
you, buddy.
The whole thing is so weird to me. I'm like, but
Dude,
all
he's
right,
like, so
you
I
work
asked Seth.
hard.
I asked Seth about that one time. Like, so dude, what's up with the tie when you play with Luna Soul? And he's like, it's like an old blues band, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
like, and Seth and I like a lot of the same old movies, and so we talked about the Blues Brothers, and so I think there's that, oh man, you're in a blues band, you got to wear a suit on stage, and he probably have him do his Rodney Dangerfield on air to do that,
Oh.
but properly, but yeah, man, I love that tie thing too. It's like it's unique. It's like the kid Jeff in Black Moon Cult who wears the suspenders, and I think it's cool. Like when bands have kind of a they still care about like I'm a jeans and t-shirt guy for my bands mostly. That's all you really need to wear. But like I like that Lord Velvet has a look. They get
Yeah.
up there with their vests and they like definitely like put some thought into it.
There's nothing
And,
wrong with putting
yeah,
thought
that's cool
into
too.
how
Yeah, I
you
think that's
dress.
cool too. Yeah, I think that's cool too.
Yeah. And, a big shout out to Zeth, who did an outstanding job putting together the back line, securing the right
Amazing.
sound guy. I thought for that size venue, that was outstanding
Thank
stuff. Really, really good. It was great to see Shadow of Jupiter and Black Moon Colt, the on the final day as well. Yeah,
Well,
cool to see
thanks,
Black Moon
man.
Colt. I hadn't seen him before. A lot of hype, younger guys.
Yeah, play. They can really play.
Yeah.
That Caleb
Yeah.
kid, he is whales on the chart. Well, man, I thank you for coming. Next year, I hope you come again. It's going to be a pretty stellar lineup. It's looking pretty good so far. So, but dude, I will see you sooner than that because I will definitely be seeing you in January at Planet Desert Rock Weekend 7.
Yes, sir. We
I'm
got
sure
a
we'll-
ways to go.
But I'm
And,
sure we'll have a couple chats before then.
Yeah, we had a third band to announce, but for right now, we're gonna wait on the timing. Maybe next week it gets announced.
Let's do it.
Just a couple things going on. Nothing bad.
all
That we decided to pause announcing them, and that will be an extremely good band that's been around the scene for like 15 years plus, at least.
A band I absolutely love too. A band that I remember seeing with Andrea the first time she saw him, and she never does this. Sorry, I'm trying to type something to Zeth. There we go. She did something she never does, and she looked at me halfway through the set, and she's like, "I'm gonna go buy their merch," and just turned around and went and like, because it's a small venue, she could still see the show, and she like
Right.
went and bought their shirt and was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's fucking
Yeah,
they're good,
really good
man."
band. Great vocalist, or front man. As far as vocals are great. But anyways, we'll
More
touch
to
upon that
come.
soon.
Yeah.
It. I know some bands are still trying to hit me up to play. I mean, I think the bands that are going to play are on this list, and the list is, there's a couple things in the works that, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, that would be, at
Wow.
the top line
Cool.
of the the lineup card. One of them.
Amazing.
So I passed on another band that would have been probably the biggest band. I passed on them.
Well,
And it
what
was because of
reason?
money.
What was
Yeah.
it? What? Why?
Um, I will say that their reluctance to play some stuff that I think the majority of people out there want to hear from them.
I love that.
And it felt tone deaf a little bit. Like literally on
Severely.
Spotify, like their biggest numbers are
And they're
these
like, we
things.
ain't doing that.
And it was weird. I have a lot of respect for the band too, and it's just
Let me just tell
it just
here.
feels weird.
Let
But
me
you never
just tell you.
know. I
Let me
might
just
still
tell you,
do it.
bud. Like one of the most disappointing shows I've ever seen in my life is I saw David Bowie, in the late '80s, and
Wow.
the outfield opened and Duran Duran played, but that's beside the point.
Whoa.
But David Bowie got on stage and did a really artistic thing and didn't play any song that I had ever heard except Gene Genie. And it was like I'd like waited my whole life. Like, I mean, it wasn't the only thing I did
You
during
didn't
my
play
life, but
Major
you know,
Tom?
but dude, he didn't play anything I
You
heard.
play Let's Dance?
No, none of that got
Yeah,
played.
I can't stand
And
that
so
shit.
it was
I know
like
people
it was
love-
it was just so disappointing for me as a
I'd be
fan
so
because
pissed
it's like,
off.
how often am I going to get to see David Bowie? And I paid a lot of money to sit in a stadium that I fucking hate, and it was just fucking awful. And so yeah, man, I appreciate that. I think it's hard to go. I mean, I'm not talking about seeing Radiohead and they don't play Creep. Like I'm talking David Bowie didn't
They
play
better fucking play
any
that.
song. Yeah, but you know, at least they're going to play some other. If you like Radiohead, I'm not a Radiohead guy,
You have
but
to
you know,
play
like,
Creep.
but I like Creep.
What the fuck?
That's how you
Like,
know I'm
come
not a
on,
Radiohead
man.
guy.
The song is
But
so good. Like
it's a great
I
song.
have a
It's a
Pablo
great
Honey
song.
because I used to listen to a lot of alt rock and stuff in that nature. And Creep song is a really damn good song. And so I get
I
that
agree.
it's his bands sometimes they overthink some things and they get selfish and they play like we got to play all this new stuff.
Yeah.
And man, that's a conundrum because I'm telling you about over half your audience is gonna be like, you played 4 new songs we barely know, we don't know at all, and you didn't play bip bip bip
Yeah,
bip.
dude.
And
Thank you for
that's
doing that.
but bands do it because they can. And even from our scene do that. And I'm like, I just
Yep.
don't think it's smart, but it's just that's the artistic license they have. But even like COC, I mean, imagine going to see them, and I saw them and they didn't even play my favorite song. Of course, I'm forgetting what it was called. It was like my favorite song. It's a rock and groove and fucking
Yeah.
and they didn't play it right. And I'm like, fuck. And I even said to Pepper afterwards, we're all hanging out and drinking. I'm like, dude, you got it. That's like literally one of your best live songs. How would you not play that? You got to hope you.
And what did he say? What did he say?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
No one cares. At that level, they don't give a shit about me.
That's funny, dude.
I mean, I'm
no,
not in a room, just me and him interviewing.
Dude, I saw
and even
Cl-
then, they'd be like looking at me like, "What the fuck?"
I think I saw Clutch 4 times before they finally played X-Ray Vision and Firebirds, and it was like,
I
God
love those
damn,
two
I
songs.
waited so long. It's like every show, I'm like, they didn't play it. That's all. Oh, I just wanted
Those
it
two
so
songs
bad.
are so good.
Yeah, right.
But Clutch has 30 years of music. I mean,
Sure, dude, and I
it's-
loved every show I saw, but I know what you're kind of talking about. It's like that. Oh, if they would have just played, but man, like when the Bowie thing was just over the top, it was
that
like,
sucks.
well, fuck you, dude.
But Bowie has made these big proclamations, not playing for the crowds.
Yeah.
And
He
people,
sure
and
did.
some people, they fucking stroke him for saying that. Yes, that's why I love him. He doesn't give a shit, and I'm like,
Not me, man. I was bummed out.
I think
Like,
the customer's almost always right. I've kind of came through that part of the process of life, and I worked in a company that cared about things like that. But we're talking artists, and I love working with artists, but they're their own creature.
That's for sure. Well, maybe
They
we
are.
should wrap it up
I'm
right there
I'm
at that
jealous.
point, John.
I'm jealous.
I know, me too, man.
they can do the things they do.
Yeah,
But
me too.
I think I can do a lot of things they can't.
Dude, you
some
know
of the
what?
time, so
Someone's
that
got to
works
be the
out.
artist, and someone's got to put on the show, and someone's got to go to the show, and like
Yeah.
you know, we all have our and those spots are interchangeable. Like I go to your show, and you came to my show, and it's like man, being a fan is still the most important job because if there's no fans, then it doesn't matter. And the bands like keep giving us what we want, and you keep giving us what we want, dude. So thank you,
Sure thing.
man. Yeah, bud. We'll talk soon, but man, I can't wait for January. Let's do another show when we're ready to announce that other band. And
All right.
I appreciate everybody listening. Thanks, man. If you haven't been to John's show in Las Vegas, definitely consider buying some tickets, flying out, and having the best weekend of your life.
Or
Um,
driving out in some cases.
yeah,
LA, San
God.
Diego, Phoenix are 5 hours away. Or Salt Lake
Easy
City is like
drives.
6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the dates are January 28th through 31st, 2027. And believe it or not, there's some early bird discount tickets for some of the packages still left. So I only had a certain, so to save
So
a
get on
few
that.
extra bucks. Just make a decision now, save a few
Save
bucks,
some money.
start making the plans, and actually do it. I've seen people posting like, I've been meaning to go. It's just I never quite end up doing.
Just you buy the ticket. Like buy
It's
the
your fault.
tickets.
That's the
Like
point,
it is your fault.
you're
It really
in
is.
control.
Buy the tickets and let shit work its way out. Work itself out. The first time I bought tickets, I didn't know how I was going to get there yet. I didn't know where I was going to stay, but I knew I was going to end up in Las Vegas seeing a badass show, and that's exactly what happened. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen in 2027. Andrea and I cannot wait. Zeth is going to be out there with us. We'll see if Andrew will come again. And like I said earlier, we got some other people coming out from Denver. So, hey, man, John, thanks for putting on the best festival in the scene, man. I appreciate you, bud.
Oh God,
We're coming
you're
for you,
making me
though.
blush.
No, I'm just kidding. But it's
Making
true,
me
man.
blush.
Thank you, bud. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, and thank you everyone for listening to us two crazy guys talk.
We will ramble on, people.
Ramble.
Oh, all right. We can't start on Southland. All right, John. Hey, man. Thanks again, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the old Heavy Underground Farm Report with John Gist of Planet Desert Rock Weekend 7. And I'm Sean from... Oh, I already said that part. We'll leave it at that. All right, John. Hang on for a second, buddy.
All right.
Dude, you're the best.